super middleweight division, a familiar name. That's at least his son, Shane Mosley Jr., winner of 3 in a row. He's 30 years old, 6'1" with a 73-inch reach. He'll be facing Cristian Olivas, fighting out of Mexico, 19-7 with 16 KOs, scheduled for 10 rounds.
I wonder if having to make weight at 168 and then cut over a matter of weeks down to 162, if that'll take something out of him.
Well, we're going to find out with his speed right now, because he sure looks the part. I mean, he looks in shape. Both of them look very muscular, lean, and in shape.
Olivas in the gold trunks, Shane Mosley Jr. in the blue and gold. Last fight for Mosley, an 8-round unanimous decision over gatekeeper Jeremy Ramos back in July of last year. Dazn's first show back after the shutdown during the pandemic. Nice left hand. Look at Olivas going for glory early here in round 1.
Chopping right hand by Olivas caught Mosley behind the ear. Those can be dangerous shots. Ooh, good shot to the chest. A lot of fighters don't aim to the chest, but you hear that a lot in boxing gyms. Aim for the chest, because the chest doesn't move. Sometimes when you actually hit and aim for the chest, those could get the attention of a fighter. They're not used to getting hit in the chest like that.
In the first fight between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, Holyfield put Tyson down with a shot to the chest.
Yeah, normally you want to hit fighters, you know, on their shoulder, on their elbow, on their forearm, because that's what you need to do to open them up. But when you get that chest where the chin is supposed to be, you know, it's an unexpected feeling if you're the fighter absorbing it.
Those are the good things about Cristian. Here's a pretty negative one. He has only beaten one man with a winning record.
Looked pretty good in this first round, though.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Sorry, Shane. Time right there.
Mosley impressing himself with that footwork and defense.
From Mosley, they want more body shots, and from Olivas, they want more shots to the chin. They like, Antonio Diaz was telling him, aim for the chest. Good body shot there by Mosley.
I thought Olivas had a pretty good first round. He applied the pressure, thought he landed the cleaner punches. Strong start.
Can he keep it going? It's Shane Mosley Jr., who, as Chris mentioned, was scheduled to fight Jason Quigley, but he had to withdraw due to illness. So in steps Cristian Olivas.
Yeah, Mosley hopes that the Quigley fight can be rescheduled at some point this year. And I think that's an excellent fight between two kind of fringy 160-pound contenders.
Good left hook there for Mosley Jr. Sorry, Sergio.
He really discovered himself. I don't think it was just that and the attention and the cameras. It was the fact that he was active, the fact that he was fighting once every other week and fighting good fighters. I mean, I've seen him perform against Daniel Valdivia, who had an excellent record. Michael Moore, who had an excellent record as well, beat him down. Boxed him, outfought him. That was the sharpest I've ever seen Mosley look.
Jab is working very well for Mosley as he continues to split the guard. And kind of with the right hand. These are starting to add up, and you can see the face now of Olivas showing the damage. And we're only in round number 3.
Because Mosley Jr. is fighting loose. He's just letting his hands go. He's not really reacting to anything. And those are punches that are actually taking effect on Olivas, shutting that eye already.
Should Olivas change strategy here as he continues to get peppered at distance?
Well, when you're getting peppered like that, it's hard to go inside. And Olivas is not much of a head. He doesn't move his head that much. He's not, you know, fast-footed. He's not really fast with his hands. He just has heavy punches.
Stop. No punch. Good job. Turn around, Shane.
They're going to have the doctor go ahead and take a look at the eye.
When you see swelling like that, Sergio, one thing I think of immediately is that orbital bone, which we've seen broken numerous times on several fighters. Something to keep your eye on as this fight continues.
Nothing not to like so far from Mosley Jr. It's just been too easy for him, hasn't it, Sergio? It looks like he's almost in a sparring session against someone that's jumping in the ring for just one of the first times.
And that's what I wanted to do when I was, when I was fighting. I wanted to take these fights as sparring sessions, not get hit, and practice what I practice in the gym. Right now, Mosley's busting up Olivas by, like you say, just treating this like a sparring session.
And that eye is really starting to look bad. 29-28 after giving round number 1 to Olivas.
Yeah, I thought the pressure for Olivas made the difference in that first round, landed some clean punches, but since then it has been all Shane Mosley Jr., who has asserted himself, dictated the pace, and used that left or right eye, I should say, as target practice. As you've noted, Todd, it really looks like it's starting to close, going to become a problem for Olivas as this fight goes on.
Punches up. Get him up a little bit.
Oh, nice left hook, and maybe Mosley's getting a little too comfortable.
No, and actually I was going to say that Olivas was just missing some overhand rights and lefts as well. So the only critique I'm going to have about Mosley Jr. right now is that he's keeping his head and chin a little bit too high right now.
No es necesario que te golpeen tanto.
The eye is too bad. The eye is too bad. It's too swollen.
¿Ah?
I'm going to give you one more round. If you don't show me nothing, I'm going to stop in the next round. One more round.
El siguiente es tú.
Yeah, I think if you're Olivas, you want to let it all hang out in this round. Your trainer's already told you he's going to stop the fight if you don't show him something after this next round. Let it all go. See if you can catch Mosley on the way in. See if you can get a stoppage.
And I think that one punch at the end of the round maybe gave them a boost of confidence that, you know what, maybe he could pull off what seemingly looks like the impossible.
He's starting to do it, too. He's starting to let his hands go in this round.
Olivas has the right idea, too. He's punching in between the shots of Mosley Jr. When you can't compete with someone's speed, you try to time him in between the shots, and that's what he's doing right now. Nice check hook by Mosley Jr., 2 in a row.
Let him go, Cristian. Cristian, let him go.
Aiming at the eye of Olivas.
Man, it's starting to not even resemble an eye. It's like someone put plaster of Paris on his face and tried to make an eye.
Now, this will be the last 60 seconds of this fight. Antonio Leonard in his corner is not going to allow it to continue with the eye in that condition.
Right here, Mosley should let his hands go, and the referee will stop it.
Cristian, let down go, Cristian. Stop punching, stop punching. Let him go. Okay, Cristian?
Caught him with the left, and of course he never saw it coming. How could he? And then another one,
Cristian,
Mosley loading up with the left hand now.
Yeah,
3 straight left hooks.
This is just really smart fighting by Shane Mosley. He knows the eye is closed, and he's sort of winging that hook wide so Olivas can't see it.
All right, stop, no punch, no punch.
And the right hand right up the middle. Valiant effort by Olivas, but then, he caught him again right towards the bell with a left hook.
Listen to that bell, gentlemen. Let's go.
A ray of sunshine on what has been a very cloudy night. And that should just about do it.
Fight's over, guys.
The fight is over.
Hey, guys,
Wisely,
fight's
that
over.
ends. But Olivas fought as long and as hard as he could, but in the end, he had stopped for the first time in his career, and Shane Mosley Jr. was the man to do it.
Hey, that is a very good win for Shane Mosley Jr. Olivas has been in with some good fighters. He has never been stopped in 7 of his losses. And this wasn't a one-punch knockout, but this was a knockout, a legitimate stoppage for Shane Mosley Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end of round number 5. The blue corner requests his bout stop. Thomas Taylor obliges. Therefore, your winner declared at the end of round 5 by KO victory, El Ducero, the Sugar Man, Shane Mosley Jr.